Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are here to do a pick a card intuitive scrying reading. So if you have not seen these readings before on my channel, I use the black obsidian scrying ball that I have sitting right there. And I will just use that to channel information from spirit, so whatever I can see and pick up on. So before we get into today's pick a card reading, I am super excited to talk about otter spirit. So I just received these gemstone bracelets the other day from otter spirit. So I wanted to let you guys know a bit about them, about the bracelets, about otter spirit. So this actually came to me in divine timing. I've been wanting to work with crystals a bit more again, to wear some gemstone jewelry. So these are 100% authentic and genuine gemstones. They have been tested to ensure that quality, and you can definitely feel that and see that in their quality. They also donate $1 for every bracelet sold to help wild sea otters, which is really amazing and really beautiful. I will always support, wildlife and helping animals. So that's a really important part of what they do, in my opinion. So you can choose from a variety of different gemstones. You can shop by intention. So whether you are looking for love or confidence or psychic protection. They also have a zodiac sign bundle. So if you want to choose for yourself or for a gift, maybe for someone in your life, you can choose by zodiac sign. And they come with a pack of whatever gemstones most suits that particular zodiac sign. So I went with these three, and I did choose the mini. So they have the regular larger size bracelets. I chose the mini. I kind of like more dainty jewelry. So I kind of just allowed myself to go with whatever I felt pulled to intuitively. I have been trying to work on grounding myself more. Otherwise, I can sometimes float away. So I felt really pulled to the red jasper, the rainbow tourmaline, and the black tourmaline. So red jasper is probably my favorite and the one I felt most pulled to. So the bracelets come in this cute little box and a little bag here that the bracelet comes in. So if you are wanting to gift someone a bracelet, it's perfect for that. And it has a little card that has an intention on it. Also what zodiac signs that they are compatible with, and the chakras associated with the gemstone as well. So yes, these are perfect for gifts, or of course just for yourself, to gift yourself something. So I would definitely check them out. I highly recommend Otter Spirit. They also offer a 2-year warranty and free exchanges if you want to exchange it or if you're not happy with it. So that's also great as well. So yeah, I have a coupon code if you guys are interested, Venusian20 for 20% off, or Venusian30 for 30% off orders over $99. So it's definitely great before the holidays come up. And so yeah, check them out, and I will have the coupon code on the screen and down below, and I will insert a little clip of the bracelets as they're glistening in the sun, as they look extra special in the sunlight. But thank you to Otter Spirit, and thank you for watching, and let's jump into the reading. So for the topic today, we are going to be taking a look at expect the unexpected. What changes are coming up ahead for you? So as usual, we will leave this very open to spirit. This could be about anything, but maybe some unexpected changes that are coming in for you. What can you expect? And yeah, we'll see what comes through. So we have 3 groups to choose from here. Before we make our selection, let's go ahead and call in spirit and set the intention for this reading. Okay, so tune us in, please, Spirit, today to all of the souls who are here, who are present, who are watching this reading. So if you do feel pulled in any kind of way to the title, to the thumbnail, if one of these cards pops out at you on the thumbnail, or if this reading pops up randomly, then this could be for you. But just take what resonates, of course. There could be some details here that don't resonate with everyone. So allow me to be an open and a clear channel today, please, Spirit, for these 3 groups in the collective. So expect the unexpected. What changes are coming up ahead for these 3 groups? Okay, so group number 1, you are going to be the vulture. Group number 2, you are going to be the golden egg. And group number 3, you are going to be the camel. So choose whichever one you feel most pulled to intuitively. The timestamps are going to be down below in the description box. And whenever you're ready, we will jump into group number 1. Hello, group number 1. If you chose the first card here, the vulture, let's go ahead and see what we can pick up on and channel into for you. So tune us in, Spirit, to everyone who's here, everyone who's watching and present for group number 1. So anyone drawn here to this first card, the vulture. So allow me now to be an open and a clear channel for what unexpected changes or any just type of changes in general are coming in for group number 1 up ahead. We ask for as much detail as possible, please. Okay, so I'm getting an energy right away here. Spirit is showing me a kind of like a ball of energy that is shifting and changing in like different ways or in all types of angles. So for some of you, this is just to start off the reading by saying that there could be a lot of changes happening for you, but it's almost like they're saying that this is like a mixed bowl. Like if you could put every emotion into a bowl and like mix that up. So there could be quite a bit of like both positive changes, maybe more challenging changes, more like neutral changes. There's almost like everything in this bowl. So I guess they want to start that off by saying that maybe part of what's going to come up in the reading could kind of be like that, or just in general for you to know. There's something here, I mean, like with vultures, it's like a cleaning up sort of energy. So your life could kind of move through a bit of a phase where a lot of things are going to be cleaned up and cleared out. And again, they're saying it's not all negative, but it is going to be maybe stirred up. It's like something like sediment at the bottom is being stirred up. But Spirit is definitely wanting someone to know. I'm hearing this is to rise you up higher. And they're showing me a vision of the Milky Way and the cosmos. So there's something of like this is happening. This feels like a strong message someone needs to hear. If you're already going through this, if you're already feeling this, or if you will be feeling this more, they want to really let you know that this is so that your life can elevate and that your various things can like rise the next level. And so they don't want you to like mistake this or to feel discouraged about this. They really want you to try to remain positive and knowing that something with the stars keeps coming up, and like I'm seeing again like the certain stars in the sky that may mean something to you specifically, or constellations or something like that. But either way, there's a lot of changes here for you, group 1, that are going to lift you higher up. And it feels like it's beyond that. Like it's the things that are going to happen in your life, or the things that are going to come in, the new situations, the changes are not on the surface of what it doesn't look like. It's not what it looks like on the surface. It's going to be something that is very much of a deeper spiritual shift for you. So, of course, this will be very different for everyone. But for example, if you are ending a relationship, or maybe you have quit your job, or maybe you were let go of from your current job, or this may be something that will happen. I'm not saying it's that specifically, but just an example. Then it's going to be actually opening up a gateway to something that was always supposed to like be meant for you or take place of that. And so it's like you can't grow any further in the environment that you're in. Or if it's a relationship that's on its last, like it's ending or it's not going well, you can't grow any further in that relationship. So there's a lot of that that's going to be the tone of these changes for you. Group number one. For someone specific, not for everyone, I am getting like a total life change. Like you could even decide to change like almost everything in your life, where you could be moving like across the country or across the world, or there could be some really big change happening for someone. I'm also getting, though, on a positive note, since they're mixing in like the different aspects of this, I'm seeing something that's being handed back to you that you have lost. And they're showing this in the form of like energy. It's like a ball of energy that was, I don't know if it was taken from you or what this is exactly, but you're being something that you invested in the past, or even on a like soul level maybe, that is owed back to you, is going to be what's given back to you. And they're not really telling me the form and how that's coming in, but they want you to really know that. This feels like a lot of guidance as well for group one, to say that you can look forward to like receiving. It's like a cycle kind of life. Like what you are letting go of will return to you tenfold in a new form, but in a better form. So this feels like things that you have like manifested for yourself, or things that you've thought about, or things you've actually invested in the past, or one specific thing maybe is going to return to you. And so it's going to be part of that mixed bowl. Maybe some things end, but also some things come back to you, more so again in the form of energy. It doesn't feel like it feels more like in the form of an energy that's being given back to you. So they want you to also know that that's going to be part of this change that's coming in. For someone specific, I just heard you're hitting a record, and they're showing you climbing like a ladder, and you're reaching like a bell at the top of this ladder, and you're ringing the bell, and I'm hearing it's a record. So I don't know what that is. You're reaching some record. It could be various things. Maybe it's a certain goal that you're reaching for yourself, or you're even going beyond the goal that you placed for yourself. You are maybe like a milestone in your life that you're going to be reaching. This also could be that, yeah, whatever that is, some kind of record is being broken in your personal life, they're saying. I'm also getting too, there's so much change for this group, but they're showing me musical chairs, and they're showing the people in those chairs are changing. So it's like there's new people now that are playing the game of musical chairs, and there's going to be new people that are going to connect with you on the heart, they're saying. Your heart chakra will connect on a deeper level to the new people entering your life. So there's a rotation or a shifting around of relationships, and this feels like it could be the leaving behind of some connections, the entering of new connections. This could be the ending of, connections, the various things that feel like they're going to be moving around, Spirit's saying. But they're emphasizing that, and there's a squirrel outside in the window. They're emphasizing here that there's going to be a higher level of connection that you have with the people that are entering your life. It's going to connect with you on a heart level. So if you have been wanting like new friendships, new relationships, that is going to be a part of this change. I'm hearing the ball is rolling in the right direction. For someone specific, if you have been making these cuts or these sacrifices, or you've been making these shifts in your life, Spirit really wants to confirm for someone that this is the right thing. You're on the right track. And it could even be small things that you've been doing, like it could be personal habits or routines, or it could be larger things like relationships and cycles in your life. They really want someone to hear this at the time that you find this reading, that this is the right steps. You've been doing the right thing. All of this is leading you to a clearing out and a cleaning out of what doesn't work for you, and it's about to be replaced by what is going to be right for you. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune in my mind's eye. So I feel like that's why I was guided to do this topic here today. I think all of the three groups will be very powerful, because it feels like at the time that you find this, there is a lot of changes that are taking place or about to start forming with the Wheel of Fortune. It's something that you can't miss. It's like a fated moment here that is something that they keep showing, like the cycle of life, or like, I guess with the vulture here, like there has to be a way to clean up the waste, or there has to be like a recycling process. There has to be something like that, or otherwise it wouldn't, like there's something here that feels like this is the time of your life of the wheel to start turning, but it has to also flush out what's on the other side of that too. So in order for things to turn, we have to be ready to let go of what is on the other side of that, if that makes sense. I am getting that there's changes coming in when it comes to your financial abundance. A lot of you are going to either be, depending on how it is for everyone, either you're going to be elevated to a new position, a new role, could even be an entirely new career path, or you're just going to be leveling up in what you do, and it's going to really multiply your financial abundance. I'm also getting there's a lot of changes coming into your spiritual path and practices, Spirit's saying. So this could be, this feels like, again, for some, this could be like a really big change. Maybe you're going to like change, maybe you're going to start following a certain religion that you never have considered before. It doesn't have to be, but there's something very big that's changing in how you connect to Spirit and the way that you work with Spirit. And it feels like a life change. And so it's like a life cleanse or something, or maybe some of you here are going to be choosing to live your life like drastically differently than you have been recently, or even for a long time. So whether that's clearing an addiction or just choosing to live your life a different way, there's just, yeah, it really feels very big. For some specifically, this even could be like something in your astrological chart that may be like marking this moment. I don't know what that would be, but something of like, it could be a Saturn return, or it could be some moment astrologically that your whole life changes. I'm not sure what that would be, but it would something that feels like it's not, you can't miss it when it happens. So it is very much of like expecting the unexpected for this group. And as they said, just to be like honest about it, it does feel like it could be a mixture of various things in that bag. Like it's not going to all be positive, but the end result of it is going to be positive for you, or for your highest good. What changes are up ahead for group 1? Yeah, I see a lot of you here. I'm seeing this like remote viewing vision here of you living your life. Is something about the way that you move about your day-to-day routine, which is very different. And again, I can't tell for every specific person, but it looks like you're doing daily things different. Like, I don't know if that's because you are going to be doing like a different job, or for others of you, it's more of how you choose to live your life routine-wise, or like what choices you're making. So for example, maybe if you were never someone that exercised in the morning, that could be a part of your like new life, or you're going to like go for a bike ride at 6 in the morning or something like that. Feels like and then maybe there's other things that you're doing differently, or you're going to like a yoga class, and there's something different about your routine. And that could be in work too. Yeah, and they're showing me those stars again, and I'm hearing it's because of your rise up. It's because of the rise. So, yeah, just to kind of go back to the same message, it just feels like it's time for things to die off. Like it's like this vulture with this branch here that can't sustain your weight anymore. Like you've overgrown it. It has to crack. Like we have to fly away now, or something has to end, or a lot of things have to just close. And it's because you are ready for so much more. And that's why it feels such a big moment for a lot of you, because it doesn't feel like a small change. And so it's because your view on life maybe, or life circumstances that happen that shape you, or that alter your path may be a part of this as well. And sometimes those things have to happen in order for us to have a wake-up call. There's things like that mixed into this. However, that will be like a tower energy. But there's definitely, for someone specific, you could be reaching with that milestone reference again. Maybe there's a certain position in work, it feels like, for a lot of you, that you've been really like aiming for, or hoping for, or climbing towards for a long time. Or maybe you've been hoping to like have a successful business. You are going to be reaching that. However long that may take, I don't know, but it looks like that's going to be a part of this change. You are going to be preparing to take on that role, or to receive that offer. Yeah, and I'm hearing the word dead weight. Everything's being let go of that is dead weight. And it really does feel like it expands on every area of your life, even down to like the foods you're eating and lifestyle habits. And for someone specific, you could also be maybe starting to follow a certain spiritual path that's going to be also part of your career. So if you've been wanting to move into that direction of being full-time with something to do with following a spiritual path for work, that could also be some of you transitioning fully into that. And just in a general sense as well, Spirit's saying that you're collecting, they really want to give this group a lot of advice, and also like a bit of like a congratulations in a way, because I'm seeing you collecting these little pebbles, and I'm hearing you're understanding the lessons, and you're collecting them in your bucket, and there's something of like you're learning faster, or you're ready to take yourself further now. But it's like you've done this for yourself, or you've been able to collect those pebbles that maybe you were not really catching on to before, or there's just an acceleration like of your soul's journey here and progress. And so even you're being able to see things from a different perspective and learn lessons more quickly. I'm also getting here too that I'm hearing no is no. And I'm seeing this boundary, this line, like going through the whole thing. And I'm hearing something about your boundaries. You're going to be, again, this feels like it could be in multiple categories, but you're going to be it's very like powerful actually. It feels like you're no longer going to be allowing anyone to take advantage of you, or to tell you what to do in some way, or to follow anyone else's path. And it feels very final. So that could be for some that you are going to be having a moment like that, or several, where something either tries to return into your life, or you've always had a hard time speaking up for yourself or saying no to people, or there's something repeating in your life that you are finally going to be putting a final end to, in a way that feels like you're standing up for yourself, or you're speaking to that person, or even just again, like the way of your life, like your lifestyle. You could even be just living a life more of having those boundaries in place all the time, and being able to almost like with the vulture, recognize what is, again, going to cause dead weight, or like what is no longer, what doesn't bring me life, kind of. You're not going to be allowing that in your energy field. So there's a strong feeling of boundaries here. And so I think that that's going to be a part of these changes, and that could even be, that could even be what catalyzes these changes for you. For someone specific as well, going back to like the cosmos again, or the stars, I'm hearing that you could also be finding your destiny, and they're showing an alignment happening. And for some, it's like you're researching something, or you're coming into some kind of knowledge about like an epiphany moment or a light bulb moment, like this is what I'm supposed to do, or this is like my soul's origins, or where I'm supposed to be in life. Something like that may happen here. Anything else? Any final messages for group one? Expecting the unexpected. What changes might be up ahead for them? Yeah, for someone, it's like I'm hearing you're becoming a leader and or a teacher. And so that could be in both, like an actual literal form, to where you are becoming a teacher or a leader in a field, but it also feels like it's being paired with, like, on an energetic level, you really have, or you really are going to be coming to like some kind of mastery where you're leading by example. And it feels like I don't know, it's like you're moving about in a different way in your own skin. You are choosing to follow your highest path, but it's somehow teaching other people, or that's the role that you're not even aware that you're stepping into. And they're connecting that back to the message about strengthening your connection to spirit, or possibly even following a certain spiritual path that is new for you. It's going to really be clicking things in for you. Yeah. And they're showing me this image of someone like letting everything out of their chest, or anything that's been like stuffed away, or it could even be toxins, or it could be an addiction, or something that's been like held within your body physically, or just something like spiritually that's been like attached to you, or whatever this is. It's like it's being almost like vomited up, or it's like you're getting rid of everything. And that's where, of course, that doesn't feel pleasant, or this can be something that is going to be a process of, like I said in the beginning, and Spirit wanted to sort of prepare this group to say that it's definitely going to be that mixed bag. It's not the most like friendly looking creature or card. And so it's something that it won't always be a friendly experience. But we have to kind of go through those tower moments, and that's what they're saying, that it's going to be for your highest good in the end. Yeah, so I will leave it here. Group number one, I hope that this was helpful for whoever it was for. I just saw 2211 on the timer. So you may want to look up that angel number, and 2222 as well. But I hope this could find who it was meant for. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love. Hello, group number two. If you chose this second card here, the golden egg, let's go ahead and see what we can pick up on and channel into for you. So tune us in, Spirit, to all of the souls who are here, who are present for group number two. So anyone who is drawn here to this second card, the golden egg. So allow me now to be an open and a clear channel for any details for group number 2, for expect the unexpected. What changes are coming in up ahead for the viewers of group number 2? We ask here for as much detail as possible, please. Okay, so I just heard a door shut in my mind, like slam shut actually. And there's something with this golden egg. It feels like they want to sort of prepare this reading for you by saying, it feels like there's a lot of intensity in these messages today. But they want to say for you, group number 2, that there's something that has either slammed shut in your life that has allowed this golden egg to surface. So it's almost like this is a very special, like rare kind of feeling. We'll see what it means exactly, but I'm hearing the clearance. The sky is clear, the energy is clear, and they're using the word clearance specifically. So something, I don't know what that door is, but something is slammed shut. And for some, they're saying that you're not aware of this, but you probably are aware of maybe what it's attached to, at least, or some of it. But there's an intensity behind what you're not seeing is how significant this is for you, or how there's something that you've opened or aligned to, which is, again, like a very rare energy. Not that it's just like a special time for you coming up, or it's a special opportunity. And they're showing here that this is cracked open as well. And a lot of the changes that are going to come in for you, group number 2, are going to feel like something has cracked open. And so it feels like I'm just seeing like confetti. So I don't know yet what this is, but it feels more like an energy. Like there's confetti falling. There's like sparkles and confetti, and it's like you've aligned to something that feels like energy can be delivered to you, or like abundance can more freely flow. And it's because of some kind of door shutting. And I think a part of it that you may not realize is this is something that is happening kind of on a soul level for you, that, again, even if you're aware of things that you have closed out, you may not be aware of how much this has opened on the other side of it for you. And this even could be like a door that has closed automatically, I'm hearing. Like you may not have even done anything to do that. It could just be your own growth, and the journey that you've been on has really reached an end point with something. And the new door that you're opening, or doors, are going to be like a totally different timeline for you, which has been coming up recently. And I'm hearing you're finding yourself. So they want to say a lot of the changes for you. I'm just seeing you holding a flashlight, and I'm hearing you're finding yourself, or you're finding yourself again. And it feels really beautiful. They're showing a beautiful image here of the golden light being shined on your body, and it's like sparkling you up in golden light. And it's something of you've aligned because you've found yourself. So there's some kind of seeking and finding yourself. And so it's kind of like more of a deeper message here, I think, for group 2, that the changes for you are going to be catalyzed by you finding yourself again. Okay, or you could even be, that is the changes that are going to come in, that you're going to feel more aligned to your true authentic self. And I'm hearing a car now engine rev up in my mind as well. So some of you could be clairaudient. I don't normally get like noises in my mind like that, but there's a lot of this coming in. So it's like one door is shutting, and then you're revving up the engine to something else. But again, this feels more like an energy. Yeah, they really want to say, though, for this group, this is more of like an intangible, abstract feeling for this one, to where you're finding, again, like, I don't know how to put it. It's like an energy that you're going to start to feel, of like you feel more at peace maybe with yourself, or you feel like you've found the path for yourself in your life or what works for you. I'm seeing a butterfly in my mind and it's flying, and they're wanting to point out that the wings are starting to flap, or like you're starting to fly again. So this could be various things for everyone. Maybe you've been still for a while, or you have not felt confident in yourself, or you have been feeling that you've been on the edge of a transformation. And this time period coming in for you is going to be when you actually take flight, when you actually have the wings kind of to fly, or the confidence to move forward. And they're showing here that it's going to be different for everyone, but I'm hearing a big dream can be reached. And they're showing a big window, and there's something that's falling in this window and you're able to grab it. And I'm hearing it's a big dream. So with the golden egg, maybe for everyone, of course, you have like a different big dream. It could be one particular thing, or it could be like several things that could be something you've been working towards, or even things you have not been aware that you've wanted. I'm hearing as well for some of you, like almost unconscious desires or manifestations that are going to really create this harmony in your life of abundance and love and things that you've actually been seeking, but you haven't known that you've wanted. And the reason for that is because of some door that was cracked open or left ajar that interfered somehow with that. So basically, I think for group 2, you can really expect here these changes to bring in you being a lot closer to what is not only like in your highest good, but what brings you deep satisfaction and happiness, and a dream that's coming true, multiple dreams that are coming true. And they're showing me somebody lighting a fire, a match, and they want to say that it was not lit before, or like you're finding the spark again. So yes, very similar to what came up earlier about finding yourself with the flashlight, like you're finding your spark again. And for some, maybe you are finding a path that is going to bring you passion, whether that is like a hobby or a new path, like your purpose, your life purpose path. Maybe it's something about a love connection. It feels, again, like various things. They actually are saying that some of you could set intentions for yourself right now, even when you're watching this. What do you want in that golden egg? Like, what is it that you personally want to crack open? Because you have, it's almost like a wish that's granted, or you have the wand and you can kind of cast that and ask for what you want. And it feels like a renewed sense of like passion and purpose and fire in your life is what is the change for you. I'm hearing the name Maddie for somebody. What changes are up ahead? And if some of you have been wanting to find new connections, like new friendships or new people in your life, that's also a part of it, I'm hearing. And it's almost like one thing leads to the other. Like maybe you, and that's kind of how this energy will manifest for you. Like for an example, maybe you have a desire to go to like an art class or something out of nowhere, or you want to start like a hobby for that, or renew your passion for art. And then you end up like meeting a friend there, or maybe meeting a partner there. And then that kind of leads you to the next phase of your life. And it's like something like that is happening here. Things are coming together, and it feels like this egg is waiting to hatch. You know, it's like it's something that has always been meant to hatch for you. And I think that at the time that you find this reading, this is where you're very close to that hatching. And it's something that feels beyond like understanding of when it was supposed to happen. It's something of divine timing that's bringing this in. So I think that a lot of you can expect to feel guided to new things, to feel guided towards what really works for you and feels aligned for you. And then from that point, it's just kind of flowing towards the doors that swing open, like step by step as a result from that, if that makes sense. I'm hearing the word sweetness. There's a renewed sense of sweetness, or you're finding like what is sweet, I guess, in your life, or you're finding sweetness in life. For someone also specific, I just heard the end of anxious times or the end of anxiety. So however that is for everyone, maybe you're finding a way through like an anxious time of your life, or maybe you're finding ways to heal yourself. Maybe you're finding something that helps you with that. That's kind of how it feels, like a balm of like healing and hope. And if you have been having like troubled times, especially if it's connected to that door that's slamming shut, that could be something very specific. I'm hearing that you know what that is, because it's been something that's been lingering either for a while, or it's like a door that caused a lot of anxiety. Maybe it was a specific situation or person attached to that, but it caused you a lot of anxiousness. That's what's slamming shut. And so it's almost going to feel like once that shuts, it's like locked as well, and it won't reopen again. But as that shuts and locks, you feel peaceful. And I'm hearing that it's like an invisible, it's something here that is deeper. I don't have the words for it, but it's something that feels like you have detached, like you've maybe cut a cord, and so it no longer has a way to be in around your energy field. So it can no longer touch you or allow you to feel anxious anymore, or to bring anxiety. But there's something to where like on a soul level that's been severed. So it's something that like doesn't even exist anymore, kind of, or in this realm that you exist in now, it's not going to be close to you anymore. So it's almost like if you had something circling around you and it was constantly like dropping negative energy your way, or you looping around thinking about it was keeping you in that anxious loop. That energy has completely disappeared. And so it will no longer circle around you. So you don't even, it's not even going to be in your consciousness anymore. Something like that. So I think Spirit's saying that you can expect more peace in your life as well. For someone specific with that engine revving up as well, I'm hearing that you could finally start your dream job, or finally start your dream business for others of you. And it feels like that would be something you've already been thinking about. Or it could even pop up for you in the future. They're saying it's kind of either one. So there's something in that egg that's going to be a dream, they keep saying. And if you have been feeling that you haven't had the resources or the time to start a dream of yours, that's going to be what you're opening up the timeline of aligning to. And it feels like things will fall into place to help you with that. But for others of you, you could also be having a sudden kind of revelation about what your dream path is, or what your dream career path or job is, or what you should be doing with your life. And that's going to like open up a whole door for you, that this golden egg, you found it like in the haystack. And yeah, it's going to really be a beautiful new pathway for you. But yeah, definitely for someone specific, they keep talking about like someone's health, especially like mental health, or like a stagnant emotional time that you're coming out of finally. And it feels like, I don't know exactly how that happens. Again, it feels like it could be like an automatic thing, but you also could be taking steps to really take care of yourself as well. And it's going to really be almost like an unrecognizable maybe version of yourself that you're coming into, one that feels at peace with themselves and with life more than ever. I just saw a wolf howling in my mind, or in the scrying ball, and I'm hearing again, following your path or following your wildness. It's just like you're reaching for more. That's going to be this part of your life, the part that the changes coming in for you. Like you're reaching for more. You're reaching higher. It just got really windy outside, so it's like there's going to be a push for you. For someone specific, if you have been wanting to travel more, or possibly for someone very specific, I'm getting maybe something with being in the business of real estate, but also for others of you, it could be rentals as well, something with that, or that could be you traveling. I'm seeing someone like travel to different Airbnbs or something, or adventuring more, but it definitely feels like it could be locations that you're traveling to. I don't know if it's for work or if it's just that's going to be a part of that passion for you coming in. Maybe even like getting a van or something and like traveling to different locations, something like that. Anything else? Any final messages for group 2 about changes that are coming up ahead? I'm hearing people will be more generous with you, and I'm seeing Santa Claus, and there's something of being able to receive more goodness in your life, being able to receive more generosity from people. And for some specifically, this feels like it's in a few ways. For some, if you have been like going through a really hard time, you would know if that's for you. There may be a lot of supporters for you with that, and you're going to be getting a lot of support from the world or from a lot of people in your community. But it also could just be in general, you know, like even if you're not going through a hard time, something has switched here in the tables, or something has switched where things are more on your side, or people and energies. It's like you're encountering more positive people, or you're encountering more evolved people, and I don't know what that is, but it's like people are being nicer to you. I'm not sure what that means. And I just think also like the universe is acting like Santa Claus. And so there is something like that, to ask for what you want. And I don't know if maybe some of you specifically have felt guilty for that, or maybe you've been living a life where maybe things have not been working out too well for you, or you feel like you've had to let go of like a lack mindset or feeling undeserving of good things. And so maybe that's where you feel guilty or weird about asking for good things in your life. And I think that's also going to be changing. And Spirit wants to come in with some guidance to say that you deserve to ask for what you really want, even if it's something that you feel you don't deserve, because that's not true. So ask for what you want, like really set an intention for good things to come to you. Because that feels like the next chapter of your life will be a lot about that. I'm seeing that wolf again. So maybe that's someone's spirit animal, something with this wolf. Yeah, and just to close up the reading, they want to say a similar message, but in a different way, of like letting yourself be free in the heart, and like unleashing not only like a wildness, but something of letting go of troubles, letting go of anxieties, letting go of what's been causing distress in your life. There's something strongly about that. So it's like you're either going through something where it's going to allow you to release all of that, and you're going to almost feel like a different person, or like like the more authentic version of yourself, not one that has been so weighed down by fears maybe, or anxiety that you've been holding on to, or heartbreak, or various things. You're giving yourself maybe permission in some way, or you're finding a path that's going to let you let that out. And so I'm seeing a big rock here, and I'm hearing you can do it. They want you to keep going. You can do it. Yeah, there's definitely new people, new timeline, but also something about the types of things you're attracting are different. The types of people, the quality of those people, the quality of the opportunities, the job, maybe things are more aligned to the heart, I'm seeing. And because of this, it's going to allow for an easier flow of your life where it feels like you're not going uphill, or it doesn't feel as hard. There's a flow, there's a grace, and there's a heart opening experience here, where things can be more in alignment and not feeling so difficult. So, and I think that's usually comes from when we follow our true path and also our passion. So even like doing for work what you love to do and not what you feel like you have to do, that could also be another change here coming in as well for someone. And same thing applies to maybe like a relationship or friendships that you kind of felt like you had to stay in them, or it was just like out of obligation or something, or guilt. But it's time to allow yourself to go towards what you really desire and have that be attracted to you when you're in that vibration of attracting it. So yeah, I will leave it here, group number 2. I really hope that this could resonate with whoever it was meant for. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love. Hello, group number 3. If you chose this third card here, the Camel, let's go ahead and see what we can pick up on and channel into for you. So tune us in, Spirit, to all of the souls who are here, who are present, anyone drawn to this third card, the Camel. So allow me now to be an open and a clear channel for everyone who's here watching for group number 3. So what can we pick up on here for expect the unexpected? What changes are up ahead for the viewers of group number 3? So we ask for as much detail as possible, please. So I do want to point out, when I started this reading, this group number 3, I did the intro. Actually, this is the second time. So last time there was a bunch of sirens that were in the background, and it was going on for like 10 minutes. And then a plane went by and it was just really loud, and there's a lot of distractions here that I didn't have for the first 2 groups at all. It was really silent until I got to this group. So we'll see how that is going to connect with the reading. It could be that either this will be a bit of a delayed change, or some of you feel like you're in a delay right now. But yeah, we'll see how that might connect. I am being shown actually here for group number 3. They're showing me a card from a deck that says, let go of what you've been holding on to that is causing stress and anxiety or something like that. And it shows a bunch of balloons. So that could be something that is added into this reading for group number 3. I am getting actually a really strong energy coming in. That could also be why those sirens went by. I'm hearing that something is happening right now, or will be soon, that's going to be a part of this change that is supposed to come in as divine intervention. And it's going to be something, I'm hearing like a higher power is guiding this, or a higher power is going to show you something soon. And they're referencing like a split in the path or divine intervention. So some of you that might connect, that you have, we'll see how that is. They're actually showing me a diamond that's being created here, or like the pressure around a diamond. And that could be also where the delays were coming in. Maybe there's something about this path that is supposed to start for you or has not revealed itself just yet. But let's see a little bit more. What changes are coming up ahead for group number 3? Yeah, I'm hearing a position of power, and they're showing your solar plexus to be glowing like really bright yellow. And it feels like Again, even if this takes a bit more time, or even if this is something to where this message itself doesn't want to be said for some reason, maybe a lot of you watching this are very powerful souls with the diamond and the solar plexus, and it's like you're moving up to a position of power, or you're going to be moving through like a big personal transformation. And yeah, I'm hearing just be steady. Just be steady right now. Or just go steady. This definitely feels for this group. This might be one of those groups where there's not as much information that can come through, because they're showing me now a tower moment in a way where like things are falling off the walls and like things are being shaken up. So I don't know exactly if you've experienced this yet or how this is happening for you. But if you do experience a shakeup, or if you're going through like a personal transformation right now, it is to try to prepare you, or to prepare you for something to be like let out, or like a position of power, or for you to follow like a path that is destined for you, but maybe has not come into view yet. Or if you do know what this is, I think this could also be some guidance coming in for you. Just stay grounded and steady on your path right now, even if you are experiencing distractions. I'm hearing the truth will always prevail. Group number 3, what unexpected changes are up ahead? Yeah, there's a lot of this. I'm seeing the ocean here, the waves kind of going in and going out. There's a lot of flow for this group. So sometimes spirit will block the information from coming through, and it kind of feels like that might be what is happening for group number 3. They are showing me these light bulbs at the top here that are going off. But again, it's almost like they're showing this to be happening energetically for you, or by the work of spirit. And they're referencing this should be you here, the camel, something about steadiness, keep going and be steady. So take that where that applies. Maybe that makes sense right now for some of you, where you feel like you have to kind of just keep going on your path, or you have to keep fighting if any adversity maybe, or there's like something being woven or orchestrated in the background for you that feels like it is going to be accelerating you in some way. They're showing me something is so close to wrapping up, but it hasn't fully wrapped up, like a circle, and we're trying to draw like the final little line to close the circle, but it's taking forever because we're drawing like one dot to close the circle and then the next dot. So there is definitely something for this group that feels like it's still, I don't know what it is, but it's still in the process of like aligning. And so I don't know if maybe with the card that I was seeing in my mind in the beginning, there could be some guidance for some of you watching, that if you have been carrying a lot of stress or worry or anxiety, either about the delays that you're experiencing or something else that feels like it's still like blocking you a bit, that can help to move the energy if you try to let go of like the heaviness or the stress or things that you're worrying about that maybe you don't have control over. That could be for someone. I am seeing somebody like trying on different clothes. I mean, that could be literal, but it feels like it's more of the energy of how they're showing it to me. Like maybe you're going to be trying different things and seeing what works for you, or you could be starting to get yourself out there a bit more in the world, or maybe you're going to be trying your skills at something, and that could also be these changes that you're going to be like trying on new things or taking on new roles or something like that. Because they're showing this energy of you are actually reaching, it's almost like if there was a race between two energies, and you may be taking the long road, but you're actually the one that has the diamond. And then someone else may be taking a shortcut, or other people are taking a shortcut, but they actually don't have the diamond. They just have like a rock. But whoever's on the receiving end like of your energy may think that that person has the diamond, or they don't even realize that you are the one that holds the diamond. But they're either not waiting for you or you're being dismissed somehow. I'm not sure how that is, but it feels like Spirit's saying that the truth will always prevail. The one that has, like, you have the value that someone else doesn't have, or maybe this is just like in the collective or a group of people, or something specific that you're worried about. They really want this advice to reach you here, group number 3, to know that you have the value or you have the diamond. So they don't want you to worry about your worth or your value or what you offer, even or because things are taking longer, or because you experience more struggle maybe, or more challenges, or maybe something was chosen over you, or whatever that is. They're saying in the long run, you are actually going to be receiving more, like, you obviously will receive more like money for that diamond if you were to sell that, or some kind of reward will come back to you. What changes are up ahead for group number 3? I'm hearing a way out, and they're showing me a window that's open and the air that's kind of breezing through the home, or it's like refreshing the home. So yeah, I don't really know for this pile what you're finding the way out of, if it's just a personal struggle. Yeah, but I do see some of you here, you're working on something, or you're going to be working on some project, or maybe a certain goal that you have for yourself, and it's like you're working at a steady pace for that. So I will say for this group, it doesn't feel like there's maybe anything like drastically changing right now. But again, I think they want to give you some advice that, or some guidance that it doesn't mean that you're not reaching where you need to be. Because I'm getting there's a reason that things are taking longer, and they're showing me bats that are in the background. So I really can't pinpoint what that is, but it feels like there's a reason that maybe energy is being kept, or that you're being kept back in some way, or that a specific thing that you've been wanting or hoping for is taking longer. There is definitely a divine reason for that. And for someone specific, like I said in the beginning too, there could even be like a shift in path that will be coming in for you. And it may not be revealed yet, as I said, or it may not even be what we're able to perceive yet. But there could be something that will come in the future that will be either out of the blue or seemingly out of the blue. Or there's going to be a completely different alternative path that will open for you that's being prepared right now. And so when that comes in, it will come in at exactly the right time. So it even could be, again, like a totally different path, or a split in the pathway for you. But I do feel some of you are going to be maybe getting better at trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting your path. It's kind of like a Knight of Pentacles sort of energy in tarot. So it feels like some of the changes for you might even be being able to surrender more, being able to trust more in your path. But for someone very specific, you could have been waiting to receive an offer, or maybe you've submitted some piece of work or something, or like you maybe wrote a book, for example, and you submitted it, or something like that that you're investing into now, or that you're creating now. but maybe you haven't received much back from that yet, or you haven't received an offer yet. And that's the same message here about the long run, that even if you're rejected or even if there's a delay here, I don't know, it just feels like you still have the diamond though. And so eventually that will be seen for what it's worth, even if that takes a bit of time. And I think with the camel, there's something very spiritual about this, that there's a higher purpose that we're not even able to know here, or I'm not receiving that answer. So I think they want to kind of cloak that or to hide what that is for some reason. But I'm hearing new projects or something like new little interests. So, yeah, some of this change could be that you are going to gravitate towards like new hobbies or new interests. It feels like little things, or it's going to start as little things. And for some of you, this feels like maybe some of you resonate that things have not been moving for a while, or you've even been hiding yourself away for a while for some of you. And there's just a message here about getting back out there, or being more playful, or allowing yourself to explore things that you didn't really give yourself permission to explore before. Like something about playfulness and new interests. And maybe that's almost like waking up from a slumber in a way, or you are beginning to feel that you can come out of your shell. Because it definitely feels for this group, with the delays and with the message about letting go of stress, you may be on a very unique kind of spiritual path that not everyone understands, or it's something that has been challenging for you to feel like accepted, or to maybe you've been like in hermit mode for a long time, or you feel like you've been held back kind of. But again, they want to say that there is a divine purpose for this, but you could be coming into a phase of your life where you're going to start feeling like you can come out of that a bit more. But they want you to be patient with yourself. I'm hearing attracting in better luck. So things will start to churn for you with your luck. You may notice this in small things, and also maybe in like money or financial matters, that you are going to have better luck. And this is kind of a reflection of you coming out maybe of your shell a bit more. Yeah, they're showing me a sailboat, and they're showing the sailboat to be moving, like the sail is moving back and forth, and every time it goes left, then it turns right, or then it's turning left and then right. So there's something of like a mixed path here. Something feels kind of confusing for this, or you feel like you don't know where you're going, or things have been very confusing for you. What are the changes that are up ahead? Yeah, I think that, again, to be honest, there's not like a whole lot coming in for this group. It feels very different than the other two groups, but it's not a bad thing. I think it's just how you see it. It could even be more of like more steady. If you have been not really wanting change, I guess everyone, this is different. Maybe you've been having a lot of change in your life, or you've been having a lot of inconsistency, and maybe this is more of a cycle of steadiness coming in for you. Because it just feels everything that's coming up here is kind of like gradually opening up, or gradually moving towards more of your joy, or little things start to be pieced together. There is something about your creativity though. There's something about new experiences and how you choose to express yourself creatively, or the path that you choose to follow creatively. So that's definitely like a big part of this though. And I guess, again, depending on how you feel about this, if there can be some advice for you, it's definitely to open yourself up, because you are protected. So you can open yourself up now. You don't have to hold back. If this is like something in work or being creative or going out and being more yourself, there's something of like it's time to open up. I'm hearing the name Maria. Maria, Marissa, Mariah. I'm hearing you will land on your feet again. And they're showing something with a monkey here, but I'm seeing like a monkey going down a vine and they're landing on the feet. And there's something like that, like you're landing softly. And this feels like, I can't tell if this is like something that's actually going on in your life, to where you feel like you've almost had to hide up in the tree for a while, or you've had to shelter yourself from something going on, or if this is more like something that you're not aware of, like your spirit team has been maybe protecting you from something that you're not even aware of, or you've had to, like, again, be shielded or sheltered for a while. And when you come out of this though, you are the one with more wisdom, or you hold so much power and wisdom and talent for something, or for various things, that you're going to be able to turn your life back around, or to land on your feet. So maybe you're landing softly to like a new location or new ventures, or you're coming out of a difficult time and you will be able to find like your footing again, or find your path again. But there's something, I'm seeing a compass here too, that just spinning. Something's spinning here. Something doesn't have a definitive outcome or direction right now. And so this could be also that your free will, of course, also is part of how the changes will be created. So take this with whichever spectrum of this message you're on, because I can't tell which angle it's from. Either you're not taking any action at all, and Spirit is saying here that if we're asking about changes but we don't take action to have the changes, then nothing is going to change. And so that could be where the guidance is coming in, to really, again, like change or get out there, or try to be more like to believe in yourself, or to follow this, or to be, because what came up in the beginning too about moving to a position of authority, or your solar plexus. So if that is for one group of you, maybe Spirit's saying here that there's so much more that you could become, or so much more that you have so much potential within you, or you have this innate wisdom or talent within you that is supposed to be shared with the world. But we can't bring in change if we're not finding a direction, or committing to something, or being able to even move into any one direction. So if you do feel like that's for you, and you're just kind of spinning, and you know that you could maybe like improve on that, or to take action more so, then that could be that Spirit's trying to support you to bring in positive changes, but you have to also take a step in those directions. If that's not, if the other group of you could be that you have kind of been taking a lot of action, or you've been trying to, but there's been like a block in the way, or you feel like you are constantly being given more blocks from Spirit, or from the universe, then that could be more of the message of those of you who have been protected for a while for a reason that we don't know. And this is going to start to crack a bit more to where you can be allowed almost in a way to come out a bit more of that. But it will take a bit more time. And in that case, if you've done like what you could do, or you feel like you've been taking action and things, then surrendering and just allowing this process to happen, or for you to be in a steady place of keep going towards things, even if it is at a steady pace, then there is going to be a gift kind of at the end of this that the universe is trying to reveal. But it's one of the two groups here. And I'm getting like a weight on my shoulders, like it feels like there's a pressure of like something standing on the shoulders. So it definitely feels like this group may have like a lot of tension, or tension, anxiety. Maybe something has really stressed you out, or you're just been carrying that around for a long time. And this could be partially, if you're in like the first group, where that could kind of be blocking you from changes coming in. Any final message here for group 3 about changes, unexpected changes? Yeah, I just see a lot of you getting closer to spirit and to your higher self, maybe through a series of like events or healings that you go through, maybe getting more in touch with what is it that you want and how to access that. So you could be having more of like a spiritual journey here that is more connected to where you're going from here, or being able to follow more of your intuition and connecting to your higher self. I'm seeing the sacral chakra, and that definitely feels like that guidance to focus on anything creative that keeps coming up in this reading. So if you're already doing that, then know that that can really blossom in the future to something more for yourself, or you can really take that further if you keep being steady with it. But if others of you have been neglecting like anything creative or fun or playful for a while, that's what you're going to start to like incorporate, and what spirit is guiding you to really focus on, like lifting you up in that area to where you can come alive more. It's time to come out of, to be more connected to your passions. And lastly, they're going to say here, kind of on a similar note, but if you do reach a dead end with something, and you've known, or you know that you've done all that you can do to revive that, or it's just not working, that is going to be that divine detour that spirit will bring in, or maybe has already been trying to tell you that there's some other path for you, or you can start to look into different pathways that will be maybe a part of your long-term future. If something is kind of dwindling out, or you know that you can't keep doing something the same way anymore, or doing the same job anymore, you may start to gravitate towards something new, because Spirit's trying to prepare you for what will be more supportive for your long-term future. So try not to resist any dead ends in your life, whether in work, in love, or even within yourself, and the things that you've been attached to or holding on to. That's going to be really important with this. But yeah, I will leave it here, group number 3. I hope that this was helpful. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.